Dear students, greetings to all. In this module, let us continue with our ongoing chapter 8 of biology, cell, the unit of life. In this module, we will be basically discussing about the eukaryotic cell. Eukaryotic cell. Now here the term eu, it refers to advanced, and karyon refers to nucleus. Thus, eukaryotic organisms are the ones which have well developed nucleus comprising of the nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm. The cell size, it ranges from 10 to 100 micrometer. They have got membrane bound cell organelles except ribosomes, which are membraneless when we talk about prokaryotes as well as the eukaryotes. Talking about the eukaryotic cells, eukaryotes are the organisms which have a membrane bound nucleus and has got membrane bound organelles, like for example mitochondria, Golgi. The presence of membrane gives compartmentalization of cytoplasm. They have locomotory organs. The genetic material, it is organized to form the chromosome. So the organisms ranging from the kingdom Protista to fungi, any kingdom Plantae and Animalia, all are grouped under eukaryotic. But a protestant cell, it is unicellular eukaryotic in its organization. In fungi, the kingdom includes organisms which are multicellular, which exhibit multicellularity, except yeast, which is unicellular in its nature. The various cell organelles which are found in eukaryotes are the cell membrane, cell wall in case of fungi, in case of certain protistans as well as plants, the endomembrane including endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi, lysosomes and vacuoles. Then we will be discussing about mitochondria, plastids present in plant and therefore they are autotrophic in nature. The ribosomes 70 and 80S. 80S ribosomes are present in eukaryote, comprising of 40 and 60S subunits. The cytoskeleton, cilia and flagella, the locomotory organs, centrosome and centrioles, which help in the formation of spindle fibers during cell division, nucleus, which is referred to as the brain of the cell, and last but not the least, the microbodies. Now this is the diagrammatic representation of a eukaryotic animal cell. Cell organelles which are present in eukaryotic cell. Firstly, we'll be discussing about the cell membrane. It is also referred to as the plasma membrane. It is also called as plasma lemma as well as the biomembrane or unit membrane. The term unit membrane was proposed by Robertson. Chemical studies on RBC show that the membrane, it is basically made up of lipids, proteins and comprises of carbohydrate. There were various models which were proposed so as to explain the structure of biomembrane, but the most accepted one, that's the sandwich model, and presently the most accepted one is the fluid mosaic model. Sandwich model or trilamellar model was proposed by Dennelly and Davison. Talking about the fluid mosaic model, which was proposed by Singer and Nicholson, according to them, the membrane is termed as protein iceberg in a sea of phospholipid. Where here we can see that these are the lipid head and the tail. The head is hydrophilic and the tails are hydrophobic. We can also see the presence of the sugar, that's the oligosaccharide. We are having the intrinsic as well as the extrinsic protein and also the presence of the integral and transmembrane protein can be observed in the diagrammatic representation. the protein and the lipid, their ratio varies in different cells. Like for example, in human RBC, it is 52% of proteins and 40% of lipids. Basically, the proteins are of two types, intrinsic or integral and extrinsic or the peripheral proteins. The intrinsic proteins, they are buried in the membrane, and the peripheral protein, they lie on the outer surface. Here is represented the structure of a phospholipid moiety, which comprises of the head region and the tail region. Here is the glycoprotein, which helps in the process of cell-to-cell interaction or recognition. Talking about the fluid mosaic model that was proposed by Singer and Nicholson in 1972. According to this model, the protein are arranged in phospholipid layer as mosaic pattern. Because of the presence of lipid, it provides fluidity to the plasma membrane. Phospholipid layer confers or provides fluidity because phospholipids are rich in unsaturated fatty acid. Cholesterol is also present in the plasma membrane, but it is absent in case of prokaryotes. Talking about the functions of the cell membrane, they help in transportation of molecule. Plasma membrane is selectively permeable, and therefore it will allow only some molecules or ions to pass through it. Plasma membrane also facilitates the process of cellular growth. It helps in the process of secretion, movement inside the cell, that is endocytosis, and also the process of cell division, where a single cell divides to produce 2, 4, and so on. The transportation which is facilitated is of two types. One is the passive and the other one is referred to as the active transport. Passive transport takes place along the concentration gradient and therefore does not require energy in the form of ATP, whereas active transport takes place against the concentration gradient and therefore requires energy in the form of ATP. Here ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate, that is the energy currency. So when we talk about passive transport, it could be by simple diffusion or osmosis, where diffusion is the process of movement of gaseous molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration, whereas osmosis is the movement of liquid or the solvent through a membrane. So it involves a semi-permeable membrane. Now when we talk about the active transport, as discussed, it takes place against the concentration gradient utilizing the energy. Example quoted is sodium potassium pump. Talking about the cell organelles in case of eukaryotes, that is, we will be discussing basically about the cell wall. The cell wall, it is present in plant cell and it is made up of cellulose. It also consists of hemicellulose, pectin and the protein. In case of algae, it is made up of galactans, mannans. In case of the fungi, it is made up of chitin. Some protistans, they lack the cell wall and have got a protein layer which is called as pellicle. In some of them, the cell wall has got deposition of silica. In case of plants, basically the cell wall which could be present, that is the primary wall, it's present on the outer side. And between two cell wall, we see the presence of middle lamella. Now, middle lamella is a layer which is made up of calcium and magnesium pectate, and the time of formation of fruit, it gets dissolved. Inner to the primary wall, there is the presence of secondary wall. In tertiary wall is also found in certain gymnosperms. The plasmodesmata, that's the interconnection between the two cell, the cell wall and the middle lamella, that is transferred by plasmodesmata, and it helps in the exchange of material from one cell to the other. The function of cell wall is it gives shape to the cell, it protects the cell from mechanical injury, it acts as barrier, and it also facilitates the process of cell to cell interaction. So basically in this module, we carried out a detailed discussion on the components which are present in eukaryote. In the next module, we'll be discussing about the endomembrane and the other components of the eukaryotic cell. Hopefully, you must have garnered all the concepts thoroughly. Thank you.